Hey everyone, I have not been using enough potatoes in my kitchen, so I'm just going to make some extra potatoes, bake them, and also I will steam them with some vegetables. And the steamed potatoes I'll use for later. My mom told me that potatoes work better if you dry them a little before cutting them and putting them in the oven, so okay, I'll dry them a little. And another trick I learned is if you cut them like fries, they have a tendency to have that little bit of fries texture, despite the fact that I'm cooking them with no oil. So sure, I'm gonna go for that. And it also means they will be done faster. As you can see, I'm reusing this sheet. There were potatoes there, and I would think, oh, it's just going to burn, but no, once it gets onto a higher temperature, what happens is this kind of melts, and it creates that nice softy goo that I actually like when you bake things. I don't know, how do you call the softy goo that creates around, say, pepper when it releases its own juice? What is it? Saute? No, that's not saute. But hey, yeah. It gives it a nice flavor, let's just put it that way. So alright, I think one sheet will be enough to feed 2-3 people with few potatoes. And this time my mom is going to make some sauce with mushrooms, so yeah, it's going to be great. Red paprika, always a good idea on any meal. Alright. And the funny thing is, people say they like eating meat, but usually it's these meat spices that people like a lot. Because meat itself nobody eats, and then they say, oh well, duh. So I recommend to everyone, just use meat spices, because you'll get similar effect, and only thing you'll be missing is cancer, diabetes, and strokes, heart attacks, that kind of stuff. And usually that's not the reason why you want to have meat. So yeah, it should be good. I don't know what this is. Some kind of, maybe rosemary. Yeah, let's just smash it in here. Can't go wrong with spices. And I'm going to look for oregano. Oh yeah. Always have oregano handy. Let it rain. Fish is prime example how people like spices, because they'll make fish with an olive oil and whatnot, and they say, I love fish. But then when something smells bad, or when they smell fish alone, they'll be like, oh God, that smells bad. Smells fishy. So which one is it? Do you like the smell of fish or not? Alright, just a little curry. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this type of potato. I'm just gonna bake it a little later. It's too early actually for me to start baking. I said I'm gonna make it in about an hour and a half, so yeah, I'll just have it ready here. What little I have of these potatoes left, I'm just gonna use them for the soup, and maybe I'll just wash a few more. And since today's theme is elongated potatoes, I'm just gonna have them elongated also in the stew. Oh yeah. We're gonna cook real quick, and it gives you something interesting to look at as you're eating the stew. I love me some mushrooms. I was just thinking, should I have them whole, or I'm just gonna make this into, I would say, Asian style. I see a lot of Vietnamese soups that are made with mushrooms cut relatively thick, but alright, so that's how it's going to be this time. I like experimenting, or just actually not experimenting, improvising. Experiment with, have a hypothesis and figure out whether something's true or not, whether it tastes better this way or another. I just feel doing this or that at any given moment. Everything is being elongated today, so alright, let's keep with the theme. I'm gonna do that with pepper as well. Hopefully having enough fun for one day. And this one is not going to be elongated. I'm just going to keep the whole pepper in, because that one's a hot pepper. So if you want extra hotness, you'll just take some from the pepper itself, but it's certainly not mandatory, so, and should spice up the whole soup. Alright. Interestingly enough, every region of the world has their own type of pepper, the one that grows the most or the best or whatnot, so yeah. Whatever vegetables I don't have fresh, I don't really mind using this frozen stuff, so yeah, it's going to be cooked all together. It's going to be lovely. And now the question is, how much water should I use? Do I really want to make it a stew, or so, I don't know. Maybe I'll make it a little thicker this time. Red pepper, a soup spoon, a little bit of curry, and this is some kind of general mix, but it's mostly salt, so I have to be careful with it, because I oversalted a lot of last few meals. And this is something that's popular with meat, which is hot pepper. So yeah, let's add a little hot pepper. That should be it. Some kind of I don't even know, is this tea or rosemary, but it smells awesome. And I'm gonna put it in just enough water so, well, alright. The whole thing is about leveled, vegetable and water, so I think it's going to be more of a stewy thing than really something of a soup, because I usually make soups. So alright, let's make something thicker this time. And of course I will drink extra water as I do every single day. Can't wait for this whole thing to be done. Shouldn't take that long actually. Thank God for pressure cooker. It's going to eventually cook for 12 minutes once it reaches the pressure. Hydrate yourself as much as you can. Oftentimes as much as you physically can. So, yeah, the best thing you can do for yourself. Alright, so that was a liter of water, quarter gallon or quart if you're in the United States. Your body will thank you each time, because your kidneys only work as water goes through them, and all those things you want to get out of your body. It's just, if your urine is white, well, perfect. If it's not, make it white by drinking more water. Definitely the best advice. Alright, so this is going to go to 200 Celsius once I start doing it, and it's going to go, I don't know, I'll start it in about, I don't know, in a few minutes, because potatoes don't take that long to bake. Needless to say, Instant Pot was done. Well, not instantly. This is not Instant Pot, but similar product I bought in Europe. It's done way faster than baking, but hey, it's alright. I'll just lower the pressure and then it will be kept warm. Baking stuff is still going. Alright. That doesn't mean I'm actually spending time doing it. I just put it in there. The prep time was really 10 minutes together with making a video. So really I'm just cleaning around the house, waiting for some people to show up. And yeah, it's a little colder today, so it's going to be perfect for a race later. Alrighty, let's open this thing and see how it looks like. Oh wow, it doesn't look bad at all. Hopefully the potatoes are cooked. And if they're not, well, there's other things. And definitely not a stew. Definitely more like a soup. Alright, so I doubled the plates, one for soup, one for little other things. And even this looks close to being done. Alright, a few more minutes before 1, should be alright. Maybe I'll try a potato. Let's grab this one, it's really a small one. Ow. Alright, my mom made some sauce. It's gonna be awesome with potatoes. Alright, perfect. Alright, so this should be good, and we created lots of soup, and alright, let's hope this works. Alright, potatoes are done, and some stuff around them with vegetables should be alright. Alright, so here we have fruit salad from yesterday, and I was smart enough to put cinnamon in it. Therefore, with lots of antioxidants, it actually hasn't gone into a brownie little thing, but it's still goody good fruity salad. Oopsie daisy. Alright, I'm just gonna make 2 small portions. Posle ručka sve je prošlo super, ostalo je malo supe, još je držim podgrejanu i evo ništa, super. Drago mi je da ste gledali još jedan video Čiče iz Rogače i čorba je ispala vrlo ljutkasta, što se meni sviđa, znači živite sretnim i zdravim životima.